So the first question is, what drew you to the project? Was it the script, the director, or both?
What drew me to the
Or
project was David O. Russell. To be honest, I think he's a fantastic filmmaker, and basically I said yes just based on it being him. Then I read the script, and I actually didn't read the script at first. I talked to him for 2 years, and then I read the script, and the subject matter of you know there was how fragile democracy is, and there was a time when we could have lost our democracy before World War II, and how poignant that is to the challenges by authoritarians and ethno-nationalists and fascists, frankly, neo-fascists, that's happening right now, is so incredibly timely. But more than anything, I love the method of how he likes to work, which is constant exploration and constant definition. He's very much is in general is the enemy of art, and God is in the details, and it just got more and more detailed as it went along, and also the tremendous respect to the actors that David has. He realizes that people go to see movies to see people, and shots are important. That's all part of drawing you into the dream, but ultimately you want to see people go through a journey, and this has been one of the most amazing experiences of my working life. And if David O. Russell wants me to do anything, the answer will be yes. Just tell me when and what to wear.
and Michael?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I remember. So every once in a while, you go see a movie, and you think afterwards, "Oh, I didn't know movies could do that, or be like that, or were capable of doing that." And I felt that way after I saw Flirting with Disaster. I remember seeing that movie and being like, "Whoever made this movie is really, really smart." And then I went and saw I Heart Huckabees, and same thing. So ever since then, it's been a dream of mine to work with David, and so it came to pass on this project. Yes.
All right. And the next question is, talk about the development of your characters. How involved was David in that process?
So David is very generous, and he has very clear ideas of what he wants for your character, but he also wants to know what invisible ink you can bring to the process. And he was very obsessed that Michael, Shannon, and my character be into bird watching, and that it be a key part of it. And very quickly we started to talk about the nature of fascism, and fascism are the cuckoo birds. They steal other people's nests. Fascism isn't a economic system, nor necessarily a system of governance. It's mafioso. It takes over other people's nests like the cuckoo. And so once that one big metaphor happened, bird metaphor, we just went crazy with it. Not everything ended up in the script, but that was the way in. And I wanted to play a British civil service person because I've always been obsessed with the permanence and the efficiency of the British civil service. And then we also talked about different movie archetypes of those characters, those catalyst characters, the threshold guardians that make and allow the main characters to go through their journey. And so I love working in archetypes, and I love that sort of stuff. So it was Mana, and I got to give my 2 cents, and it was about agree and add between David and I. It was an unbelievably great experience.
And Michael?
Well, yeah, David really gives you a lot of information going into it. He was sending me books, and I did a lot of reading. I had a lot of catching up to do because he's just so well informed and knowledgeable about this period and this story. And yeah, so I just basically just did a lot of reading, getting ready for it. Yeah.
The next question is, can you talk about the amazing contributions of the team behind the camera?
Oh, Chivo.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Chivo's like the best DP, one of the top 5 in the world. I mean, right now, and so fast and so for a cinematographer, very considerate and giving and with the actors.
Very pro performance. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Chivo, on the other hand, understands that, like all of us, we're in service to a broader dream, of which the performance is one part of it. So he's very conscientious to move quickly because sluggishness for actors, especially if you're cooking, is the death of it. And also at feedback, you know, he'd go, I really love what you did in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, oh, you noticed. It's nice. You know what I mean?
And the design across the board, the production design, costume design, just so rich. You know, it's hard when you're making a period piece to really get lost in that era, whatever it is, and forget. I'll never forget when I was doing World Trade Center and we were shooting, they had replicated Ground Zero in Marina del Rey, and I was like riding on a golf cart to Ground Zero, and there was like palm trees in the background, and something about it just felt completely wrong. But in this instance, I really kind of forgot. I thought we were somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know,
it's amazing what a great production design does in terms of tricking the outside that then tricks the inside, you know? And you're more with everybody else's vision of the dream, you know?
mm-hmm.
Which is fun. I love going into dreams that are, I love that feeling. I used to get this in Toronto all the time, you know, come out of a movie like Enter the Dragon, you know what I mean? And then you go back onto the street and you go, oh my God, I'm back in the world. You know what I mean? Apocalypse Now, Lawrence of Arabia, all of these films that are such complete, immaculate universes that you need to almost go to, is it Wiesbaden in Germany, to decompress from one world before you get into the real world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this movie does that.
Yeah.
And the last question is, there are many important themes in the film. Which one do you feel is the most powerful and will stick with the audiences once the film is over?
Well, I mean, as you were saying, Mike, earlier, is a film about loyalty, really.
Yeah.
And what an incredibly valuable virtue loyalty is, and how important it is to hold on to it.
Yeah, loyalty is the string theory that keeps everything together. That you can trust people. Trust is the basis of all relationships. Trust and respect. And I think if you were to look at the base molecules of this movie, it's about trust and respect.
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing about a democracy is that democracy, when it works, is a trust and respect machine. And while there's a lot of inefficiencies with democracy, it always remembers to protect trust and respect. And that's why, even though there's a lot wrong with democracy, there's everything right with democracy.